All right. Welcome back to the US Open, and we've got one of the most interesting first round matches on the men's side. Alcaraz taking on Opelka. This should be interesting. Let's see how both take each other on. They haven't played before. So first time meeting. So let's see what that means. Also, I'm having a look here. Andreeva already has a break against Parks. Diallo and Jumher are one set all. Apparently they're doing a ceremony. Does anyone know what that is for? What is the ceremony for? Does anyone know? I can't see it currently on my screen. It's not letting me see it. Hall of Fame ceremony. Oh, nice. Didn't they already do that last week? What Hall of Fame, like for US Open Hall of Fame or something? By the way, Rublev and Ruud both got the wins earlier today. Biggest upset of the day was Keys by a long way. Oh, ring ceremony. Oh, nice. That's why Maria Sharapova was there. That makes sense. Also, super windy at my house, so if my roof blows off, don't panic. It's just part of the fun. Now, I'm thinking Alcaraz wins this 4-4-3. Maybe if Opelka wins a set, it'll be a tiebreak, but I don't know. Alcaraz should win this by breaking once in each set, I would guess. I think he's going to get one game in each set to break. Now, he's going to have to serve amazing, right? He can't have a siesta today, because if he siestas, he's going to lose a set. But I'm going with Alcaraz in... I said Alcaraz in 4, right? I don't think this will be a slow match, which I love. This match will be like 3 hours for 5 sets. This will be a quick match. I would be shocked if this match went for 5 hours. So, yeah. So, let's see how it goes. I feel like Carlos won't have a siesta for a full set this time. No. Opelka has to serve well. If he's not serving well, this match is not going to be as fun as we hoped. Mirra bagel loading, okay. I missed the Bryan brothers playing. Yeah, see, they missed an opportunity when the Bryan brothers played to really promote doubles through them. Like, it's a shame that they didn't... I know they'd promoted American doubles for a time, but they didn't, like... Other players didn't get to ride off their success, which would have been really helpful for the whole double scene. Because when they left, unfortunately, doubles took a massive hit when the Bryan brothers retired. Because they were a huge reason why people would even know what doubles players were around at the time, right? I feel like they didn't do a great job at using them as the marquee team, but having like an opportunity to promote other players around them, to make rivalries, rather than just being like, hey, it's the Bryan brothers, they win everything, and yeah, there's other people, but we don't care. Like, it would have been better if the tennis world had kind of made more, or maybe the tennis powers that be made more of an effort to make it more like the Bryan brothers are the best, but there's this team, and this player, and shown like all the rivals, because it was almost like the Bryan brothers can't lose, and they were the best, and that's it, and nobody else cared, nobody else matters, right? So it's a little bit of a shame, because when they left, it's left. I don't think doubles has recovered yet, unfortunately. Obviously, Jamie Murray, but was there as well. But like, Bryan brothers left a massive hole in the doubles world. It's a shame. But they're a Hall of Fame team. Like, they are the best doubles team of all time, and I'm from Australia. I could get kicked out for saying it. Could this be a 5-set epic? Only if Opelka serves ridiculously well. Mirra flying under the radar. No one's talking about her. Well, I put her in the quarter. I put her in the semis, so I'm talking about her. Give me all the credit. All right. Just waiting for the players to come out on court. Alcaraz a massive favourite here. Opelka's going to shock the world if he wins. It's going to be a humongous shock if it happens. I think Opelka might win the first set in a tiebreak, and then after that, it's Alcaraz. Maybe. If Opelka is going to win a set, it's one of the first two. Or maybe, actually, you know what? He could win the third. If Alcaraz up 2-0 and he thinks this is a little bit too easy, Opelka could surprise him in the third, and then Opelka wakes Carlos up in the fourth. You know, I think for the match, the best thing would be if Opelka won the first. It would wake Alcaraz up straight away, and he wouldn't fall asleep. But it would also make it interesting to see Alcaraz fighting back. I think it would be kind of predictable if Alcaraz won the first set, Opelka won the second, and then Alcaraz won the third and fourth. That'd be a bit like, oh yeah, Alcaraz fell asleep again. But I think to see the best of Alcaraz, I think Opelka wins the first set. That's when we're going to see like the best Alcaraz. Or Alcaraz just wins in trades, and then that would be totally fine. All right. Okay. All right. Is Mirra in Sabalenka's half? Yes, top half. She's in the second quarter. Let's talk about the hair. It's really not that. He got a haircut. I don't think it's that big of a deal. I don't think it matters. At least I do not care. God, my house is going crazy with this weather. It's crazy. My house is losing it. It matters, Cam. Everything matters, does it? Okay. By the way, we can't use the B word in this chat if you're from the UK. That's illegal. So I would appreciate it if you're British, you can't use the B word because that's been banned. I'm pretty sure that's banned in I'm pretty sure that's a bad word, right? Yeah, we don't. If you're British and you say the B word, that's a bannable offense, according to your own country's laws. So we're not going to. I'm just enforcing your own laws, right? And if you're not from there, you can say whatever you can say. But if you're from the UK, you can't use it. Sorry, but it's okay because all the people from the UK are probably asleep anyway. Yeah, apparently it is not a good word. So you are not allowed to use it. But if you're not British, go for it. Go for it. Unless it's in your country, it's been banned too, so don't use the B word. Follically challenged is the correct term, all right? Follically challenged, I will accept that. I can confirm I am not asleep. It's 3 a.m. Well, good, but don't use the word. Don't use that. Don't use the B word. All right. By the way, I got to be honest, chat. If you're going to interview Alcaraz, please don't ask me about his hair. Oh, hey, Carlos, you got a really important match tonight, but let's talk about your hair. Let's not. How about we talk about the match? It looks good, by the way. I don't know what people are complaining about. It looks fine. It looks fine. It doesn't look bad at all. What are you talking about? It'll grow back, all right? It'll grow back. WTS is follically challenged. It's the polite way of saying the B word. What are you talking about? There's nothing wrong with being bald. It's just that in the UK, you're not allowed to use that word. Yeah, the High Court in the UK said that the B word is a bad language, so you're not allowed to use it, which is kind of crazy. But also, I'm not from there, so I guess you do you. We're not in the UK, so it's okay. Well, if you're not from the UK, you can use it. It's fine. But if you're from the UK, you need to obey the rules, your own rules. All right, here we go. Players walking out on court. Stop being BSing us, Cam. Google it. Google bold in the UK, and it will tell you a story about it. I'm not making it up. I'm not that creative. You couldn't make it up. Somebody actually did. It was an actual thing. Chat, I am smart sometimes, right? I know things. Alcaraz, by the way, is got the guns out too, so he looks even scarier. And I wish I had picked him for the US Open now, because now I feel like he's going to punch me and he's going to bash me. So I'm scared. He looks like a bouncer. Like, what the hell? You can't shave all your hair off and then rip your sleeves off the shirt. I mean, that's just too far. It's too far. It's too far. Alcaraz is locked in. He's serious, chat. He's taking this shit serious. Reilly's pink bag looks fantastic. Yeah. Matches his shoes and his hat. All right. I do like Alcaraz. By the way, Alcaraz's outfit does look Rafa-esque for sure. It's got a Rafa vibe down to the color. Like that deep purple, it's a Rafa. Rafa usually wore like the brighter colors, but still, he is like, that is a Rafa outfit. You put Rafa in that outfit, put a headband on, and grow the hair out. That's Rafa. Like he I don't know whoever was designing the Nike kit. They stayed on when Rafa retired, and they started making it for everybody else now. And now Alcaraz is wearing that shit. That is fire. Better than this thing. Better than the French Open. If he wins the US Open, I'll put it on my wall. I have to, because it's part of the thing. But it's better than this one. Much better than that one. Even though that one's probably like now iconic because it's so different. Oh shit, you got Alcaraz gear, nice. Yeah, what do you think this was? Just my. What do you think this was? You just put random shit on my wall. All right. Opelka will serve first. Ooh. We'll hope this goes 5 sets. I mean, look, it has potential, but I think Alcaraz should win this in 4. It shouldn't be more than 4. Shouldn't be more than 4. God, my house is going to fly out of the ground. Hey, thank you, Finders, for the 50 months. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 50 months. Thanks for sticking around. Okay. Here we go. Aerodynamic Alcaraz at the ready. Hey, thank you, Donna, for the 27 months. Wow, over 2 years. Time flies when you're having fun. Great being a member of the Camp Fam. Hey, thank you for sticking around. Appreciate it. Thanks for continuing to be here. 50 months is wild. Thank you for sticking. Finders have been around here for like almost the entire time. I mean, that's what? 4 years, like more than 4 years, over 4 years as a member. That's crazy. I appreciate it. 26 months. Thank you, Horror Critic. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, 50 months is like, that's a lot. All right. They're serving their last few serves. New hair, new... Well, he's been winning, so I don't know why he would want new results, but new hair, same results. Hey, what's going on, Gina? Thanks for staying up. Or getting up. Or watching. What happens if you, in 3 years, you quit this job with 50 months membership? What happens if in 3 years you quit this job with 50 months membership? What do you mean? I don't understand that sentence. What do you mean? Carlos with the prison break haircut. Nice kit. My fave color. Yeah, the kit's cool. Can we look weird with our glasses? All right, cool. Nobody asked you. What if he has 50 months and you quit after 3 years? Me quit? Why would I quit? Because people are talking about how I look ugly without glasses. I wouldn't quit because of that. I've got thick skin. Cam looks good either way. All right, don't stop kissing ass. No, he didn't sign. Okay. The membership. No. Okay, you got it confused. No, he didn't sign up for 50 months. He's been a member for 50 months. 1 month at a time. You can't buy 50 months in advance. That's not how it works. Finders has been here for 4 years as a member. Since 2021, Finders has been a member. That's what the 50 months means. It doesn't mean that they bought 50 months worth of memberships. They didn't pay for 50 months in advance. They've been around. That's why it's such a big deal, because they've been here since like 2021 as a member. That's why it's a big deal. Not because, I mean, that would be pointless. Otherwise, people would just come in here and be like, dropping $100 for 100 membership, 100 months. That's not how, you can't buy membership. You have to be committed to the channel for that long to get 50 months. It's a hard, very long effort. You can't just buy a 50-month membership and stay and get it up front. You gotta. That's yeah. They've been around for ages. That's why it's so impressive and so I'm so grateful for it, because they've been here since 2021. And consistently, stuck around as a member. And that 50 months has added up over 50 months, right? That's what the membership... You can't buy 50 months in advance. That's what all the memberships are. So if someone's been here for 24 months, they've been here 2 years straight as a member. You know? Anyways, yeah. If I quit in 3 years, they'll have more months, but they don't buy. You can't buy months. It's 1 month at a time. You gotta be part of the channel for as long as you remember, and then that's how it works. 15 love as that goes out by Opelka, and it's 15 all. I'm gonna go with Alcaraz in 4. I think I said that in the preview. Alcaraz in 4 for me. Hey, thank you, Brent, for the 24 months, and Edward for the 35 months. There you go. I lurked for a while before I joined. Thank you, Edward, for joining and sticking around. Thank you also for Brent as well. As Opelka hits that one out, it's 15-30. 15-30. $15.30. As Opelka served an ace or an unreturnable, Alcaraz thought it was out. But Hawkeye said it was in, so Alcaraz is not going to be able to get the call that he wants here. If it's on the line, how Hawkeye said so. 30-all. No, it was out by a mile. How did Hawkeye muck that up? Oh my God, Hawkeye broke. 15-30. Uh-oh, Hawkeye mucked that up. How did Hawkeye miss that? How did the umpire miss that? I mean, anyways, good second serve, 30-all. That's wild. What in the hell are we doing here? All right, Opelka 30-all with a fault, second serve. Double fault. He went for a massive second serve. All right, 30-40. $30-40. As the return goes into the forehand of Opelka, he puts it away and he saves the break point. We get the deuce. All right, deuce. As Opelka serves the fault, second serve. And you return the forehand of Opelka. Forehand from Opelka on the stretch. Opelka forehand down the line's a winner. That forehand was lethal. All right, advantage Opelka. That forehand was mean. That was mean. That's what he did against Djokovic in Brisbane. Went for those shots. Whew. Advantage Opelka. As Alcaraz returns. Into the forehand of Opelka. And he hits another forehand winner. What? What? Two massive forehands in a row. He's going to have to do that for like 3 hours over 5 sets, but to be any shot, so unlikely, but damn, that's how you start the match. Saves break points and then just puts it away. Kind of scary. Yeah, that's what he did against Djokovic. But he was doing it on the backhand side as well against Djokovic in Brisbane. So if he's going to be any shot at winning this, he's got to do it on both wings and consistently. But damn, those two forehands were huge. I'll tell you, chat, Alcaraz's haircut might intimidate a lot of people. It's not going to intimidate Reilly. Opelka's like, all right, whatever. Nice haircut, bro. Like, he doesn't give a shit about this haircut. He's like, oh, you're trying to look tough, are you? All right, tough guy. Show me your serve. Reilly ain't scared. Good serving, though, Alcaraz. 15 love. 15 love. I like Opelka, but we need Carlos to win. Yeah. For the tournament's sake, Alcaraz has to win. All right. Alcaraz with an ace, 30 love. By the way, Alcaraz's haircut is fire. I don't know what people are talking about. Alcaraz's haircut is fire. 30 love. Great serve again, 40 love. $40 love. As the return goes out by Opelka, and it's 1-all. 1-all. 1 game all. The hair is horrible. No. All right. The return goes out by Alcaraz. 15 love. $15 love as Opelka serves a fault. Second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Opelka, and then Alcaraz in the net with a passing shot. 30 love. $30 love. As Opelka serves the fault. Second serve. Serving to the back of Alcaraz, turn to the backhand of Opelka. Alcaraz slice. To the slice of Opelka. Alcaraz forehand again, the forehand of Opelka. And Opelka in the net. 30-15. 30-15. As the return goes in the backhand of Opelka. Ooh. And Opelka smokes a winner down the line on the backhand side this time. 40-15. Opelka came to play. But how long can he play like this? Because it's different when you're playing a best of 3 sets against Djokovic in Brisbane, when he's fresh and Djokovic is, hasn't played for a long time, and remember Djokovic hadn't played since Shanghai when Opelka took him on in the second, I think it was the second round or third round, or the quarterfinals. So it's different when you played Alcaraz, who's been in form playing a lot, and you've got to play it over 5 sets. It's way like Opelka might be able to win a set playing like this, but I don't think he can win 3 sets playing like this against Alcaraz. But you can get, he beat Djokovic in straight sets, remember? Playing like this. He's got to win 3 sets today, and I don't know if he can maintain that. But I'll tell you, if he does play like this, we're going to get some fun in the first set. Bring back old tennis, ones that regular folks can identify with? What the hell is that supposed to mean? Please elaborate. What do you mean by that? Bring back old tennis, ones that folks can can identify with? What do you mean? Please explain yourself, because that makes no sense. that was a weird statement. Were you meant to write that on Twitter? Was that a Twitter post that you posted in here by accident? It's weird to say. I don't understand what you mean. Did anyone understand that? Ugh, I don't know. I don't get it. This could be a very tricky match for Alcaraz. Yeah. He can't because he can't maintain this versus most other players. True. All right. Here we go. 2-1. Opelka. All right, 2-1. As Alcaraz serves an ace. All right. 15 love. There's a bit of fault from Alcaraz. Second serve. And the return goes back of Alcaraz. Corner from Opelka. Into the back of Alcaraz. Down the line's a great shot from Alcaraz. 30 love. 30 love. Beautiful backhand winner. Not to be outdone. $30 love. All right, a bit of let from Alcaraz. So annoying when somebody writes something so vague and crazy and then I read it out and then they don't come back and they just disappear. I asked you a question, damn it. And you disappeared. 40 love. We're all waiting for you to reply. And you just went, I'm not going to say anything else. Then why'd you say in the first place? 40 love. 40 love. It is really on my mind. I want to know what that person was talking about. I want to try and understand. 2-0. And I'm waiting for the tiebreak. Just waiting for the tiebreak. We know what's happening. 2-0. Chad, if this doesn't go to a tiebreak, I won't shave my head like Alcaraz. All right? How about that? And if it does go to a tiebreak, I'll definitely not shave my head like Alcaraz. So there you go. How about that? Good? Good? All right. Love 15 as Opelka misses the forehand. Love 15. Cam said the T word. Yeah, I'm allowed to say the T word. It's the final set. You can't say it. You can't say it in the final set. That's the rule. Them the rules. You can say it in the second and third set. You're just not allowed to say it in the fifth set or the third set. I didn't make the rules. Love 30. By the way, Chad, I lied. It's no tiebreak. See, I was joking. That's a good serve. 15-30. You could pull that haircut off. Nah. As Opelka hit a foot fault. Second serve. Into the back of Alcaraz. Forehand from Opelka down the line. That's a great shot. Alcaraz gets it back. Opelka forehand inside out. Alcaraz the pass. Opelka with the volley in the net. Too good. Jeez, Opelka went after it and Carlos too quick. 15-40. 15-40. Lovely backhand from Alcaraz. I tell you, if Opelka's got a big serve, but the net game just isn't there. He just doesn't have the hands at the net. He has the wingspan, but just not the... He has the serve too. That's a great serve out wide. 125, 30-40. 30-40. Still break point. Serve. Here's a fault. Second serve. Hawkeye is asleep. Second serve. The return goes into the front of Opelka. That's a beautiful shot. Inside our backhand winner running backwards. But we get to deuce. I tell you, Opelka's forehand is saving break points at the moment. There are no lines, people. They have been, what's the word? Exterminated? Extinct. Removed from existence. Advantage Alcaraz. Obsolete? That's probably a nice way to say it. Retired. Made redundant. Ejected. Yeah, they're all nicer words than I said. Outsourced. Ooh, that word. That's Opelka with a serve down the tee, back to deuce. Outsourced is, I think that's worse than exterminated. I think outsourced is like, that's the worst. That's the worst. Your position has been outsourced. That's cruel. That was a cruel thing to say. Outsourced is the worst part, the worst word. Because it's kind of true, but it's also like, that meeting would have been like, okay, everybody. So your positions have been outsourced to technology. But don't worry, chat, we'll all be replaced eventually. That's just how the world is going. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Machines will work for us. And we will not have to work. Anyways, advantage Alcaraz. Extinct was cruel, not going to lie. Lamau. No. They're not extinct. They're just endangered. We see them at the French Open still. So they're just an endangered species. Not extinct, not yet. They're just an endangered species. We must save them. Anyways, second serve ace, back to deuce. All right, deuce. The Opelka serves a fault. Second serve. By the way, chat, we're almost at 205 likes, so appreciate that. Oh, serve and volley, no good. From Opelka, and it's advantage Alcaraz. All right. Advantage. Alcaraz, fifth break point of this game. As Opelka serves the fault, second serve. Serve to the back of Alcaraz. Turn goes back into Opelka. Alcaraz falling on the stretch. Opelka gets it, but hits it long. There's the break. All right, 3-2. Carlos finally gets the breakthrough. After a very large amount of break points. All right. By the way, chat, can I just get a feel of who's here? If you could just say me if you're here. If you're not here, where were you? If you're here, though, just say, let's put a 1 in the chat if you're here. That would be great. Just want to get a bit of a roll call, see who stayed up and who's here or who is here. All right, a lot of people saying me. That's great. A lot of 1s in the chat. Okay, cool. Greg's is not here, everybody. Just remember Greg's is not here. And Gina is also not here. Just saying. All right. A lot of people here. We love that. Good night. All right. Goodbye. Not banning people for being smartass. All right, cool. Do we get a prize? The prize is we get to watch the rest of this match. So that's the prize. I will watch the rest of this match with you all. All right, we'll do that together. We'll watch it together. That's the prize. Are we re-seeing the chat? No. I'm just seeing who's here. Not here. Okay, that's original. Are any of us really here? That's a good question. Is any of this real? Are we all here? Are we actually here? Is anybody actually? Mia's definitely here. She's right there. That's a deep question. Greg's asking the tough questions. 3-2. Jeez. At the end of a day, that's the question you want to hear. I'm sure I'll be able to sleep well tonight. That return goes in the net by Opelka. 15 love. Are we alone out here? Well, look, I'll tell you this much. Have you ever been to space? Exactly. I haven't either. Just saying. I've never been to space. Have you? Me neither. I don't know. Just asking questions. 30 love. Serve again. Into the forehand of Opelka. She hits it out on the return. 40 love. The earth is flat. Jesus, that's too far. Too far, bro. All right, serve again, Alcaraz to consolidate the break. As Alcaraz serves the back of Opelka, return goes out. 4-2 Alcaraz in the first set. 4-2. 4-2. Ola from Arizona. Pineapple on pizza is a nukable offense. That was aggressive. That was aggressive. You need to dial it down. Take it down a notch. I'm not a fan of it either, but that was wild. That was too far. That was insane. Nobody vote for that guy for president, please. That would be insane. Can you imagine? If that guy was president, that's wild. I love 15. That would be wild. We can't have that. I'm sorry. You cannot be president. As we just said about why from Opelka is a let. Yeah, nukable. I mean, I don't know if that's a word, but it sounds scary. Good serve out wide from Opelka. 15-0. By the way, chat, speaking of pizza, I'm thinking of getting a pizza today. Because last time I bought a pizza, I didn't check the crust, the stuffed crust box, on the menu. I didn't say, I just got normal crust, which was a bad mistake. So I'm thinking, and it's really like, it's a good day it's a windy, shitty day, pizza weather. Butter chicken pizza. That sounds terrible. 15.30. I'm just getting a cheese pizza with stuffed crust. That's what I want. Just simple and tasty. Definitely not half Hawaiian. That's a nukable offense. All right, 15.30. There's another foot fault from Opelka. That's 2 already. Cauliflower crust. Oh my God. Why are we making yucky pizzas? Double fault. All right. 15.40. 15.40. As the return goes into the forehand of Opelka. Backhand out from Alcaraz. Opelka with the volley. Alcaraz with the backhand lob. Never going to go over Opelka's head. I mean, come on now. The dude's way too tall. 30-40. It had to be the greatest lob of all time to go over this guy. Carlos's haircut looks awful. Bro, you don't even have a profile picture. Who are you to judge? You've been timed out. What? 27 and 15. How have you gotten under the radar? You changed your name. You lied. Oh my God. That's crazy. That's crazy. See, even my dog's leaving. She can't believe it. She is in shock. All right. Good serve and volley there. Oh, Alcaraz almost hit a winner though, but just went wide. Oh, hang on. All right. Opelka to stay close. Another foot fault. That's 3. Do we need a foot fault counter? All right. 4-0 from Opelka goes wide and it's back to deuce. We need a foot fault counter. It's happening too much. 3 times in one set. We got to count it. We got to count it. All right. As Opelka gets to advantage. He's got a big foot. That's true. All right, Opelka double faults. And we get the deuce. Joe, my house is... I'm not even joking. This weather is crazy. All right, Opelka with a great serve again. As Opelka survives, keeps it to within 1 break. All right, Alcaraz leads. Opelka's complaining about the foot fault, so he's like, I haven't been called a foot faults for the whole season. And why am I getting called for them tonight? Don't worry, Chad, I can spell. No, I can't. Yes, I can. There you go. One second, Chad. I just got to check if my roof's still on the top of the house. Roof's good. It's all good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. All right, 15 love. As that goes out by Opelka on the return, 30 love. Hey, Jeff Goldblum's in the house. He's the wizard. The Wizard of Oz. They're off to see him in December, I think. 30 love. As Alcaraz serves a fault, second serve. By the way, JV, thank you for the 33 months, and thank you, Daniel, for the 13 months. Alcaraz 40 love. $40 love. And the return goes in the net by Opelka, and it's 5-3 Alcaraz. All right, 5-3. Three. All right, first serve is a fault. Second serve, double fault. Love 15. Alcaraz has won every single point on his serve. No points lost yet on his serve. All right, 15. All good serve from Opelka. A bit of fault from Opelka. Second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Opelka. Backhand slice from Alcaraz. Opelka forehand into the forehand of Alcaraz. Alcaraz overhits it though, and it's 30-15. 30-15. As the return goes forehand of Opelka. Alcaraz backhand goes long. 40-15. All right, 40-15. And Opelka holds. Alcaraz going to serve the set. Oh, okay. Do you want to sit like this there? Okay. You have something to say? What's up? All right. This music's loud. US Open, just relax. Just gotta relax. All right. Here she is. The puppy dog. Oh. Where you going? Where you sniff? What's that? That's my watch. You don't need to do that. Opelka needs 3 chairs to sit on. Who likes Carlos' haircut? Cam, do you like it? Yes, I think it's fine. I haven't heard that song in like 10 years. Well, that's why we're not hearing it now. Because I'll get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. What's up? You went outside, didn't you? Because it's raining out there, and you are wet. You have anything to say? Say something? Don't eat it. Just say hello. Okay. Mia's coat is so shiny. You are so shiny, Mia. You're so shiny. Chat, like the video for the dog. I gotcha. We're not matching today. I went for Freddy Krueger. You went for I don't know what you just rocked up. Yeah. 15 love. Alcaraz serving for the set. Serve and volley. Alcaraz puts it away. 30 love. $30 love. $30 love. As the return goes net by Opelka. 40 love. $40 love. Set points for Alcaraz. So in the front of Opelka, return goes out. Alcaraz first set. Only one breaker serve needed. Okay. First set in the bag. Let's see the stats, if there's any stats. Alcaraz apparently did nothing in that set. Thank you, US Open, for giving me no stats. Chat. What are we doing? What are we doing, chat? Alcaraz won 100% of serves, points on serve, which is great, but I want to see how many winners and errors have we hit because I want to know that stat. What are we doing? They're showing like average service game speed. Whoop-de-doo. Terrible. Sorry, that's a 2 out of 10. 2.5 out of 10. 2.7 out of 10. Shocking. Shocking. Their summaries are so dumb. I know, right? They just give like no information. Why do they do this? Why are they doing this? Why are we doing this, chat? Why? I ask. Why are they not showing more information? All right. Is Sinner going to win tomorrow? Yes. Sorry, I read the word sleep. Okay. Opelka to serve first in the second. All right. Here we go. Second set. Opelka to serve. By the way, chat, can we just get a 7 in the chat if you're here? And if you're not here, can you please put a 3,148? Thank you. Just want to check the numbers. 15 love. Hey, Marilu, thank you for the 36 months. That's 3 years, I think. Yes, thank you. 15 love. Opelka with a good serve. Nice. A lot of people here. We love that. We love it. All right. 40 love. Opelka starting strong in the second. 40 love. 40 lovers with a fault from Opelka. Second serve. 7 in the back of Alcaraz. 4 now from Opelka. Alcaraz forehand goes wide, and Opelka wins the first game. 1 love. In the second. All right. Okay. If Sharapova can be inducted into the Hall of Fame of tennis, then why can't Barry Bonds be part of the Hall of Fame in baseball? Because they're 2 different sports. And the circumstances are probably different because I feel like intention is a thing. And I'm not sure about baseball, but didn't Barry Bonds knowingly use performance-enhancing steroids? Is that what happened? But Sharapova accidentally used a banned substance which wasn't performance-enhancing, and it was an accident. So I feel like they're different cases. I don't think we can just say positive, ban, ineligible. I think it has to be a little bit more context. Because I don't think Sharapova won 5 Grand Slams and was world number 1 because she got pinged at the end of her career with a banned substance. I don't think it was that. But I could be wrong, but I'm also not a scientist. All right, 30-15, and I don't know anything about Barry Bonds except I think he got banned for steroids, which are different. And he did it to get an advantage, I think, right? Context matters, I think. Just like Sinner should be eligible to make the Hall of Fame too because of his situation. Just a different situation. You know what I say? You know what I mean? 30-15. As that goes out by Opelka, 40-15. But again, I'm not sure what... I'm not familiar with the Barry Bonds situation. So maybe I do not know. Bonds can't get into the Hall of Fame is because he was not nice to the media. Oh, then why... Is that real? Or I don't know. I don't know the story, so don't make lies. Anyways, Alcaraz holds 1-1. One all. There's a bit of fault from Opelka, second serve. That's not true, though. It was steroid use. Okay. Anyways, love 15, Opelka double fault. There's a bit of serve again. In the back of Alcaraz, 4-0 from Opelka. Into the front of Alcaraz. Alcaraz in the net, sorry. Opelka 15-0. He never tested positive during testing times, but he did other times? Okay. His entire physique changed in 3 years. Okay. I also think that once you win a slam, you're guaranteed Hall of Fame entry. It's not just winning a slam. You have to also... To guarantee, you probably have to be number 1 as well. I think that's the guarantee is if you're number 1 and you're a Grand Slam champion, you're very likely to eventually be Hall of Fame. Most players that are number 1 and that have a Grand Slam are in the Hall of Fame, with the exception of players that are not eligible yet because they haven't been retired long enough, or a few fringe cases like Juan Carlos Ferrero, Carlos Moya. I can't think on the women's side, but yeah, there's a few that haven't made it yet, but they will. 40-15, like Kvitova today, she will make the Hall of Fame. She's won 2 Grand Slams. She was world number 2, which is high enough in my book. So She will. Barty obviously isn't eligible yet. She's got to wait 2 more years. I'll tell you what, chat. In 2 more years, Federer, Barty, Serena, all in the Hall of Fame. That's going to be a wild week. 40-15. Like, there's no way they don't put Serena and Roger in at the same. Or maybe they won't. Maybe they'll spread them out. Maybe they'll go Serena, Roger, Rafa, Andy, Novak. Maybe they'll try and milk it for 5 years instead of like doubling up in the same season. I mean, but it'd be great to see Roger and Serena at the, like together. That'd be cool. They both get in together at the same time. That'd be fun. Or what they do is they put Serena in on her own, give her a platform, and then the next year they do Federer at the same time. Federer and Nadal both go in and they speak about each other in this. That's what they're going to do. Chat, they're going to do that. If they don't do that, that's a miss. They lost. They got to do that. They got to wait for Roger and Rafa to both be eligible, and they'll do it at the same time. Shouldn't Roger be inducted? No, because he hasn't been retired for 5 years. You have to be retired for 5 years, minimum. Great idea. Yeah. You put Roger and Rafa in at the same time, and then Roger speaks about Rafa, Rafa speaks about Roger, and it's a whole lovely weekend. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful moment. It's an iconic tennis moment. So that means Venus can't make it until she's 50. Exactly. She has to retire today and 5 years from now. Okay. Back to Alcaraz. 2-1 Opelka. Why 5 years? That's just the rules. Is Carlos dealing with the serve better? Well, so far, yes. All right, 7 in the back end of Opelka. Return goes to the front of Alcaraz. Opelka forehand. Into the front of Alcaraz. Opelka can't get that one. 15 love. 15 love. But, Che, you got to think of other players that are eligible for the Hall of Fame, right? You're going to have Wozniacki. You're going to probably have Simona Halep, right? Kerber in 5 years. She'll be eligible. Who else recently is retired who would be eligible? Serve and volley goes in the net from Alcaraz and it's 15-all. Barty, obviously. Who else am I missing? Who else won a slam in like... Oh, yeah, Muguruza. Yeah, Muguruza. True. I missed her. Yep. Muguruza. I was going to say, who's won a slam in like the 2010s? Muguruza for sure. Stan. Yeah, maybe Stan. Maybe Delpo. I mean, yeah. Maybe. But Stan hasn't retired, so not yet. Delpo, though, maybe. Maybe. Team, yeah, he'd be on the list. Team and Delpo would be a maybe. I don't think they're automatic because they weren't number one, but they might. Wozniacki's not a Hall of Famer. She was world number one and has a slam. She's going to be Hall of Fame. She's a Hall of Famer. They're the rules. That's the most time. Murray definitely in the Hall of Fame. Murray's in the Hall of Fame for sure. No, if you get one slam, like Goran got in with one slam and not being number one. So yeah, it's not a guarantee that you have one slam and you're on the list, but some exceptions do apply. And team who's made multiple Grand Slam finals it'd have to be an off year, I think. And that's no disrespect to team, but it'd have to be a year where maybe, I don't know. I mean, Domi being in the Hall of Fame, I think a lot of people would not argue that. I think a lot of people would not argue. But then again, Goran had to wait 20 years, or 10 years. 20 years before he got in the Hall of Fame. 15 years, maybe. So maybe Thiem doesn't get in now, but he might get in eventually. Maybe not like in 5 years. There's players that are like, as soon as the 5 years are up, they get in that year, right? So Serena in 5 years, exactly that. There's players that are going to get in like as soon as they can, or are going to be allowed in as soon as possible, right? Alcaraz holds 2-0. Rafa's going to be in straight away, right? There's no hanging on for that. He's going to be in straight away. Serena, Rafa, Roger, they're in before. As soon as their 5 years is done, they're in. Unless Roger, Rafa do a duo, wait for Rafa, but we'll see. All right, 2-0. I'll have a look if anyone else with less, who wasn't number one, is in the Hall of Fame. All right, 15 love. So Goran was in 2020. He was not number one, but he was a Grand Slam champion. Li Na, multiple slams, but not a number one. Wait, was she number one? No. Maybe. Oh, actually, no. Was she? No, she was number two, right? Yeah, she was on the number two. So if she's got 2 Grand Slams and number 2, Kvitov's in. If Li Na is in, Kvitov is in. Michael Stich, also in. Not a number one in the world. He was actually, he won 1 slam and was number 2. So if you're 1 slam number 2 in the world, that's good for you. Goran, I think, was number 3. No, Goran was number 2 as well. So if you get a slam at number 2 in the world, you're probably in. So if Zverev won a slam, he'd technically be in. I guess. 15:30. Also, Rafter, I think, was in number 1 for a week, so that counts. Jannik Noah got in as well. I don't think he was number 1. He was number 3, and he had won 1 slam. So Jannik Noah's in, so then that opens the door up for Thiem, I guess, or maybe someone like a Delpo. As with a 400 rally, backhand from Opelka. 15:30 here, Alcaraz looking for the break. As Opelka forehand on the stretch. Alcaraz forehand cross-court again. The forehand of Opelka goes down the line to the backhand of Alcaraz. Opelka backhand again. Sliced. Alcaraz forehand inside out. Opelka pass. Alcaraz volley. Opelka forehand lob. Goes in. Great lob by Opelka. 30 all. Completely tricked Alcaraz at the net. That was a great shot. It wasn't a lob. It was like an aggressive forehand, like topspin forehand that he just hit a little higher over Alcaraz's head. I mean, technically a lob, but it was the most aggressive lob you'll ever see. It was the hardest hitting lob that you'll ever hit. He smacked the shit out of that. And then he serves an ace out wide, 40-30. 40-30, Opelka to stay in front. As the return goes out by Alcaraz. All right, Opelka 3-2 in the second. Is it controversial to say that Murray is top 7 in the world all time? Maybe. Probably not. Yeah, probably. He doesn't have the numbers. Doesn't have the slam, so it would be, yeah. Do I know about Alcaraz's hair? What hair? Is Safin in the Hall of Fame? Yes. Safin was inducted. Wait. He was. I know he was. Was he? No. Yes, he was. 2016. I'm sure I saw his name. He was inducted before Andy Roddick. Hewitt was inducted in 2021, which was 5 years. He retired in 2016, so that works. Because it's 5 years from the last match they played. So if they came out of retirement and played again, then I don't know what happens. But yeah, so like Sharapova, she retired in 2020. So this year, she is in. So you have to be 5 years out of the game. Some players, obviously longer, like Mary Pierce, she retired in 2000 and... She retired in 2006, I think. No, 2008. Yeah. And she got in 2019, so it was 10 years for her. But just depends on depends on who they have to put in first, you know. Yeah, Hewitt retired in 2016. Yep. All right. Great drop shot there from Alcaraz. Opelka comes to the net and puts away the smash. Good hustle by Opelka. 15-all. Alcaraz serves again. First serve is a fault, second serve. Ooh, double fault Alcaraz, 15-30. 15-30. Alcaraz says another fault, second serve. Second serve. Two double faults in a row. What? Okay. All right. Break points. 15-40. 15-40. So in the front of Opelka, return in the front of Alcaraz. Opelka can't get that one. Oh no! Did Alcaraz hit it out? No. It was in. 30-40. Crowd was cheering like it was out. Great shot, Alcaraz. It was in by a mile. I'm blind. 30-40. Still break point for Opelka. As the return goes in the front of Alcaraz. Opelka on the stretch. Oh, it's in the net. And Alcaraz survives. Deuce. We get the deuce. By the way, chat, I need your opinion. Should I buy the $100 Game Boy at the pawn shop down the road, around the corner? Should I buy the $100 Game Boy as that goes out in the return? It's $100. That's the only problem. It's atomic purple. It's a Game Boy Color. Advantage Alcaraz. Only if it comes with games. It does not. The watch shop, I don't know, what do you call it? The shop that has stuff that's secondhand. Not a thrift store. Serve to the backhand of Opelka. Backhand of Alcaraz. Again, the backhand of Opelka. Is it a forehand down the line from Opelka in the net? Alcaraz survives. 3-3. You can play all the games on your PC, but that's not the point. We don't have them in Australia. Yes, we do. You're just not looking. Op shop? What are you talking about? It's thrift store. That is a thing. Exactly. Told you. You see? Don't you come in here and be Australian and be like, we don't even celebrate Halloween. Don't do that. It's 100 Australian dollars, which means it's probably like $20 American or something. 100 Monopoly dollars. You don't have time for video games, but I will after the matches. Anyways, we don't though? Yes, we do. I do. As that goes wide from Opelka, love 15. What games do I have? I have no games. Yet. As the return goes out by Alcaraz. 15-all. Will you live stream games on the Game Boy? Maybe. It's a possibility. I could play Mario Tennis on the Game Boy. Maybe. So then it's a business. Oh. So then it's a business expense because I'm using it for stream. You're a genius, chat. You're a genius. Aha. Yes. 30-15. As that goes in the net from Opelka. 30-all. You can expand your... Oh, me, are you right? What happened? What was that? What happened? You okay? What happened? You okay? What was that? You right? You scared yourself. It's okay. It's just the box. It's okay. You just scared yourself. It's all right. She's all right. Everything's fine. It's okay. It's okay. It's just the box. There you go. It's okay. You're okay. All right, 30-all. Opelka comes to the net, but it goes in the net. 40-30. 40-30. What games are you going to play? Probably Pokemon. Or Zelda. I just want to try and get what I got when I was a kid. Opelka holds. So like I had like Wario Land 3. I had Pokemon Gold. I had Pokemon Blue. I had... I want to say Zelda Ocarina of Time? Maybe? Or one of those ones. I had Super Mario Land. Actually, sorry, I had Pokemon Red, not Blue. I had Red. I had Red. Because I remember my friend had Blue. I had Red. I had Pokemon Pinball. That was fun. I had Mario Tennis, which was awesome. I played that a lot. I think I had Double Dragon. Maybe. What else did I have? No, I didn't have Duck Hunt. Are they giving out wine in glasses of metal contain? What's going on? That's way too fancy. I think that's about it. I think I had all the games that I had that I can remember. So I want to find those games, but also play games that I don't have. What do I want to play? Those games again. Some of those games. Yeah, I want to play some of those games again. 4-3. But not on an emulator on my computer. It's not the same. Opelka gets to return out. 15 love. Try Pokemon Pinball and Kirby Tilt and Tumble Classics. Okay. Any dinosaurs like me remember 007 games? Please don't say that, because some people do know what that is, and no, dinosaurs. That's not a dinosaur thing. Anyways, in the net by Alcaraz on the drop shot, 15 all. Maybe it was Oracle of Seasons. Maybe that's what I had. I think I had the red one. Oracle of Time, Game Boy. No, I had the red one. Yeah, Oracle of Time. Oh, sorry, Oracle of Seasons. Oh, there was Ages and there was Seasons, and I had Seasons. Yeah, I had Seasons. That was a good. I want to play that game. That game was so fun. Like it was like yeah, it was. That was a great game. That was a great game. So Chad, so am I going to the thrift? Going to the? Am I going to the store and I'm getting the Game Boy? Is that a yes? As that goes out by Opelka, it's 40-15. If I'm not back tomorrow, you know why. I'm trying to win the game. What's up? What is up? What's up? Negotiable $100? Yeah, I might try and get the guy to throw the game in for free. How about that? I'll try and get the game for free. See if I can negotiate. If he can give me a free game. I think there was. I've got to. I'll go back after this. I'm going to go there because I'm going to go find food. I'm going to check if it was there. It's been there for a couple of weeks, so you can get it. Thank you. Yay! Thanks, chat. I appreciate it. Hey, Mia. Go get your toy. Go get your toy. Go on. Go get your toy. Don't just scratch me. All right, 4-4. Don't push your luck, bro. I ain't pushing no luck. Nah, Mia's fine. She just jumped because she knocked over the shoes. All right, 15 love. Game & Watch also older. Yeah, Game & Watch is like the original, right? Don't bite me. Hey, don't bite me. Now, you know what? I'm not going to get it now. I'm going to get it after the US Open as a present. For a job well done. I'm going to hold off, and if it's there at the end of the US Open, I'll get it. I'm not going to get it today. Otherwise, I haven't earned it. I got to earn it, chat. You got to earn things. Work now, play later. 15 hole. Like Alcaraz doesn't go to Ibiza after the second day of Wimbledon. He goes at the end of the tournament. And I'm not going to Ibiza because that's expensive and sounds painful. But in my Ibiza is getting a Game Boy and playing Zelda. And it's a lot cheaper than going to Spain. Good volley from Opelka, but Alcaraz puts up a lovely lob. And then Opelka puts it away because he's too tall. Thought about starting a Zelda stream? Do it. I'd watch. 30-15. As the backhand return goes into the backhand of Opelka, but Opelka in the net. 30-all. You'll be bummed if you wait and it's not there? Nah. I'll accept that. It's not the only Game Boy in the world. If it's not there when I go in a week, 2 weeks, then I will find it. I'll find it somewhere else. As the backhand return goes in the forehand of Opelka. Forehand up from Alcaraz in the volley of Opelka. That's a great volley. Man, Opelka is clutch in this second set. 40-30. Have the green Game Boy Color. Got to find some color games, though. Yeah. See, I'm torn between getting the one that I found at the shop or getting a modded Game Boy that has like a Game Boy Color that has like the screen backlit and it's got like a customized shell and it's like really fancy and crazy, but they're like $200. So I don't know. I'll see. If it's not there, I'll have to get the modded up one, which is a little more expensive, but it's probably worth it because I can play it in the dark. As with a backhand into the slice of Opelka, forehand from Alcaraz into the net. All right, Opelka holds 5-4. 5-4. I modded my 3DS. You should try it. I'm not going to mod it myself. I'm just going to go get a modded one. Are they easy to mod though? Maybe I will mod it. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll mod it myself. I've got to mod my iPod first before I muck around with Game Boys. Okay. I'm cheering for Opelka. Beat Alcaraz, please. Well, he's trying. He's doing his best. I got a Nintendo console with all the games built in. Hey, fancy. What is it? Go get your toy. Mia, go get your toy. Go get your toy. Where is it? Where's your toy? Where's your toy? I know, I'm right here. Hello. Thank you. I have a DS XL and still have the original Super Mario in there. Nice. I had a Game Boy Color too. Lots of wonderful times playing Pokemon. Oh yeah, me too. What's my dog's name? My dog's name is Mia. I hope Opelka gives him a run for his money. Well, Opelka's got to win this set to make it interesting. Zelda can be difficult at times, but can be rewarding. Oh yeah. Chat, there's nothing better than just like sitting in a chair in the corner and just playing Game Boy for hours without even like looking up. That's what I want to do. That's what I want. That's what I want in my life. I feel like I need to replace doom scrolling with collecting gems on a virtual game where it's one player and you've just got to achieve little things. I feel like that's more productive. I don't know. I feel like it would be more productive than doom scrolling. And probably less depressing as well. And maybe less time consuming. Maybe. All right. Double fault Alcaraz, left 15. Chad, I'll do it and I'll let you know. Oh, Alcaraz went down. Ooh. That's lucky. His racket went flying. He nearly twisted his ankle. He's okay. He won the point too, 15-all, but that was dangerous. His racket went flying across the court. But his foot just got caught on the... Ooh, that was bad. That could have been real bad. He's all right. He got back up. Opelka didn't care. Alcaraz looked up to see if he said sorry, if he's okay, and Opelka walked the other way. People used to just chain smoke. Well, I'm not going to do that. Can you imagine if I was chain smoking? I'd be like, don't let this, and you'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? 15-all. I already sound like that after 2 weeks. As with a drop shot from Alcaraz in the net, 15-30. Uh-oh. 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 15-30. Uh-oh, Mia. 15-30. 15-30. 15-30. 15. Ah! I got you. I got you. Whoa. I got you. I got you. 15-30. As Opelka returns into the forehand of Alcaraz. Opelka, backhand goes out. Mia's freaking out. She's like, Alcaraz is losing. Ah. What's up? 30-0. 30-0. Mia, what are you doing? What are you doing? 30-0. What's up? Where are you going? As Alcaraz hits an ace. 40-30. 40-30. 40-30. What's up? 40-30. Alcaraz to keep. Keep level. Oh, no, Opelka just hurt his leg. He just hurt his leg as well now. Oh, that wasn't good. That was worse than the Alcaraz. That looked worse than the Alcaraz fall. He just kind of looked like a muscle problem, that one. We'll see if Opelka's okay as well. That was sketchy. As the backhand return goes to forehand of Alcaraz. Forehand out from Opelka. Alcaraz backhand. Again, the forehand of Opelka. Alcaraz passing shot. Too good. 5-5. 5-all. 5-all. Beautiful backhand winner from Alcaraz. I mean, they're hitting hard. They're hitting aggressive out there. 5-5. Back to Opelka. 5-0. As the return goes to the front of Opelka. 4 now from Alcaraz. Opelka gets it back. Alcaraz puts it away on the volley, though. Love 15. Love 15. Serve again. Into the back of Alcaraz. Forehand from Opelka. Alcaraz slice on the stretch. Opelka gets with the forehand down the line. Alcaraz passing shot. Opelka volley. Goes long. Love 30. Here we go, chat. Love 30. Chance for a chance to break. That last game might have just kicked Alcaraz back into gear. Love 30. As Opelka backhand to the front of Alcaraz. Front of Opelka. Goes wide. Love 40. Love 40. Alcaraz for the break and to serve for a 2-set love lead. Love 40. Love 40. As the return goes into the front of Opelka. And Opelka in the net. There it is. Alcaraz with a break. He's going to serve a 2-set love lead. By the way, chat. What do we think of the first 3 rounds? Best of 3 sets. Would that not make it more interesting? Or maybe 4 rounds. We'll go 3 rounds. The first 3 rounds of a slam, best of 3, and then the 5 sets from then on. I'm for it. Hello. Not to mention all the matches that are so boring that are over in 2 sets. Like, we get those out of the way. What are you barking at? Mia doesn't think it's a good idea. Mia's not happy with that. What are you barking at? What's up? Oh, bless you. Oh, bless you. First 4 rounds, okay. But I think I would still prefer best of 5 rounds. Best of 5 all rounds, okay. Just have Carlos and Sinner have a best of 7 series for 2 weeks. Actually, good idea. Djokovic did suggest this. What, half and half? Man, what are you doing? Where are you going? That's not for you. That's not for you. All right, Alcaraz 7 for 2 sets of love lead. What are you doing? Man, don't go in there. All right, Opelka slice goes wide. 15 love. 15 love. All right. Serve again. First couple of rounds, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, look, and like the compromise for me would be, well, yeah, we do that, but then the women play 5 sets from the quarterfinals onwards. Like we beef that up and we cut down because. Let's be honest. Best of 3 sets cause more upsets for the big names. So, like, I mean, Madison Keys, I mean, I don't know if she plays 5 sets, she wins, but, like, we don't get those upsets on the men's side very often. Best of 5 sets don't produce upsets as much, it seems, on the men's side. As Alcaraz gets to 40 love. Lovely hitting from Alcaraz. I mean, the chances that Alcaraz and Sinner could lose in the first couple of rounds at a slam, if it's best of 3, are way higher. It'd be so interesting. And then, like, once you get past the 3rd round when the seeds collide, then it becomes best of 5. But then also the ladies have to do the same. So that'd be fun. Anyways, 2 sets of love. Good serving Alcaraz. He takes 2 sets of love lead. Also, like, matches that are, like, super one-sided would be over very quickly. Not that this match is super one-sided, but I'm talking about, like, matches that are, like, you know, like Sinner tomorrow, if he wins 6-1, 6-2, 6-2, why does it have to have an extra set? It could have just been straight sets 2 and 2, right? It doesn't need to be 3 sets. So, like, that kind of stuff doesn't happen as much. Which means we can get through those matches a little bit quicker and not waste too much time. I mean, if I look at the men's side, right? Medvedev lost and Humbert has lost. They're the only 2 players in the top 25 who have lost. On the women's side, you've lost Keys, Svitolina, Towson, Mboko, and Kudermetova. And that's only after 2 days. So, and it's because I would say it's because best of 5 versus best of 3. Best of 3 is more upsets. I don't see why tennis should reduce the quality and quantity of the men's game just to level up for the women's. No, I'm not saying that's what they should do. I'm saying that's what I want them. I would like them to do that. I want to see that. Because I want to see 5-set matches for the ladies. And the only way you could do that is compromise. You can't have 5-set ladies and men's for 2 weeks. It's not enough time. You have to have 3 weeks. But that means you not necessarily get the best of 5-set players in the later rounds. That's true. That's true. That's true. Yes, that sacrifices players in the first round. Maybe the top 10 don't all make it to the second week. You're right. That's a good answer. I mean, that's a good observation because that would that mean that the rest of the tournament's not as good if there's too many upsets, right? So you're right. Don't the women get paid the same as the men at the US Open? They should play the same amount of sets. Yeah, but they don't get paid the same amount in Cincinnati or Canada, so it kind of levels out. Also, tennis isn't paid per hour, so it's also not paid per set. But also, the ladies work just as hard in Cincinnati and got paid in half. So, but I mean, if we're going to start using the equal pay, equal play, then we've got to start doing it for the tournaments where they actually play equal time. Equal play in Cincy, but different pay. I mean, it's not. I mean, you got to be consistent, right? If you think one, you got to campaign for the other one as well. It all probably levels out anyway. Like if we went, and I don't want to do this because it'd be just a shit show, but if you look at the prize money for men and women, like the top prize money for the ladies and for the men at the end of the year, and then you go through all their matches and you count how many matches they played and how much time on court, and you do that, you could probably break down. I mean, look, we said this as a joke in Wimbledon, right? I think Djokovic had worked. He was getting like $45,000 an hour compared to somebody who had played a lot more and was getting $20,000 an hour. And you go, that's not fair. It's just silly when we pay per hour. But again, Cincinnati and Canada don't do equal pay. But the US Open do. So again, at least those three tournaments, it kind of evens out. If you're basing it on a pay to play per play or whatever you want to call it. Anyway, it's 15-hole. Opelka serving first. As that goes out by Alcaraz, in the net by Alcaraz, 40-15. Beautiful shot. So it was an inside-out forehand. I thought Alcaraz hit in the net. Opelka hit a winner. Good serving Opelka. All right, 1-love in the third. Again, let's not get... We're getting off track. I want to see best of three. I would like to see best of three for the men in the first three rounds. I think it would be a lot more... There'll be a lot more drama. Because right now, the life of this match has been sucked out of it, right? Unless Opelka wins the third, and then maybe it gets interesting. But right now, it's 2 sets of love. And we're like, cool, Alcaraz are winning. Yay. We're just waiting for this to finish now. Why are we doing that? Opelka might win the third, and he might win the fourth. But even if he wins the third, it's like, okay, cool, whatever. We're still got to wait till he gets to the fifth to make it really interesting. So that... It's been a good 2 sets, though. I mean, they've been good. First and second sets have been good. But, if this third set Alcaraz runs away with it, it's like, cool. Cam, you've been talking about how last year's men's tournament lost interest after Alcaraz and Djokovic lost. Yeah, that is definitely a con to what I'm saying, for sure. That's definitely a downside. If I want 3 set and more upsets, I'm not necessarily saying that I want Alcaraz to lose, but also I think it just makes it more interesting for me personally to see if it's 1 set all and we go to a deciding set at that's way more interesting than 1 set all going to a third. Oh, Sinner won the third and fourth easily. I think I'm not saying that they're going to lose in best of 3, but it just produces more 3 setters, which are way more interesting. It might just produce a lot more nervous moments instead of maybe not upsets necessarily, but on the men's side, it'll just make it a little bit more interesting, especially with the top players who win easily. That's where I'm really getting at. Those players that cruise to the 4th round, we have to wait until they play somebody in the top 5 to make it interesting. And that might be just to get 1 set, right? They're the players that I want to see work, under pressure in the first few matches because then more interesting. Coming back from 2 sets of love down is an achievement, though. Has anyone done that, though, yet? I don't think anyone's come back from 2 sets down this week yet. We've just started, but have we had any 2 sets of love victories? Medvedev came back and lost, so had he have lost in straight sets, it wouldn't have mattered. The 2 sets were just bonus for him. Has anyone come back from 2 sets of love down yet? Not yet. You're right, though, but we would get that in the 4th round, quarterfinal, semifinal, final. Also, time on court would be less. So by the time we get to the real shit, everyone would be not dead. Like if you played let's say you played 3 5-setters in the first 4 rounds and you get to the quarterfinals, you're probably going to be stuffed. Unless you're Alcaraz, right? But if you didn't have to play 5-setters in the first 3 rounds, you'd at least get less court time. So if you won, you would make it to the 4th round fresh enough. So then when you played the big guns, it would make it interesting. Or if you played, that's when the 5-setters would kick in, right? So then ideally, you wouldn't be as tired for when you had to play the big matches. Again, I'm looking. I don't think anyone's come back from 2 sets of love down yet. In fact, we've only had like a couple of 5-setters so far. So Brooksby played 5 today. Kaboli played 5. So that's 2. Nakashima played 5. Medvedev and Giron. So we've only had 5 5-setters, which is not that many yet. Tomorrow might be the 5-set day. 3 yesterday, 2 today, right? Or 3 today, 2 today, 3. So 6. Anyways, advantage Opelka. What the hell's going on here? Advantage Opelka. I don't know, Chad. I'm just throwing ideas out there. We don't have to make them stick. They don't have to be good. It's the witching hour. We're just talking out loud. It's a brainstorming activity, right? No, there's no bad ideas. All right. Backhand rally. As Opelka sliced the front of Alcaraz. Backhand Opelka again. Goes long. We get back to deuce. We get to deuce. We get to deuce. As we're backing from Opelka into the back of Alcaraz. Opelka forehand. In the back of Alcaraz is Opelka backhand again. Into the forehand of Alcaraz is Opelka forehand. In the net, advantage Alcaraz. Advantage Alcaraz. Advantage Alcaraz. As the return goes in the net, and Alcaraz holds 1-1 in the 3rd. All right. All right, Alcaraz holds 1-1 in the 3rd. By the way, it's almost midnight. Oh, Chad, how about this one? What about curfews at every slam? Midnight curfews every slam. How about that? Unless... But, okay, the curfew has to be... Like, for example... It's not like a hard curfew where it's like midnight, get off the court. It's midnight curfew... But they have to, at the end of the set, curfew. So if Alcaraz lost this set, they'd come back tomorrow and play the next set. Or instead of playing until like 2 a.m. So it wouldn't be like a deadline of like midnight, get off the court, get out of here. It would be finish the set, and if it's after midnight, we come back tomorrow. I think that would benefit a lot of people, except for the people that are watching this match right now at the stand. I think it would benefit a lot of people. Because this is the only match left. So, I mean, it would only mean one more match tomorrow. So, they should start earlier. What is in the night session should start at 6 o'clock, maybe. That might help. All right, Opelka with a volley. Alcaraz in the net with a forehand pass. 30-15. By the way, Royale with cheese we are just not on the same page today. Don't you remember the mess in England? Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about like Wimbledon has a different rule for a different reason. My rule would be, okay, we're going to be done by midnight. I think it's good for the players, to be honest. Because nobody wants to play until 2 a.m. and then do press and all that shit and then be home by 5. I don't think anybody wants that. So probably not even the journalists. They don't want that either. I don't think anybody wants that. Mine would be midnight curfew, but it's flexible depending on the score. So you wouldn't stop at midnight. If it's 5-all in the third, you'd stop after the end of the set, but it would be a midnight, and you would start the set like once it hit midnight. It would be like, okay, now it's like American football, like how they're kind of like the play's still going, but even though the clock's on 0, they keep playing. It would be like that. It's midnight, but we play until we end this set. Opelka 2-1. So that way, everybody knows, okay, we're going home after this set, and then we'll either come back tomorrow or we'll end the match. It means the fans know that's going to happen. The players know that's going to happen. The journalists, TV, everybody knows it's going to happen. Everybody knows that, like, okay, at the end of this set, we're done. We know it's going to happen, so we can all go to bed. Like, we can sleep. Like, I think it's not the worst idea. I think it's not bad. Wimbledon will not let finish or start the set 30 minutes before. Yeah. Well, let's not use Wimbledon as an example. Let's talk about everywhere else. Because Wimbledon are never going to change, but I'm talking about everywhere else. Who does that benefit? It definitely benefits the players. For sure. Because it means they won't have to stay up until some stupid o'clock. Now, maybe it doesn't benefit certain players at certain times. Like, yeah, okay. If you've just won the third set and you're down 2 sets to love and you have to come back tomorrow and restart, that probably isn't great because you've got momentum and that sucks. But they do that anyway at Wimbledon. So, like, some players have to come back and play one game, which is so silly. But, like, I think overall, like, having players not be on the court in, like, the 2 a.m. and 3 a.m. is good. Because you might think, they finished at 2 a.m. They went to sleep straight away. No. They didn't go home. They would have had to go and do warm downs and all that shit. And by the time they get to the hotel, it's probably 2 hours later. And then they go to sleep. So it's not like, Alcaraz, it's 1 a.m. He finished, he whatever. They're going to, they finished the match at 2 a.m. Oh, cool. He just walked off the court and fell asleep. That's not how it works. It'll benefit Cam. It might benefit me, yeah. It'll benefit us all. It means if we know when the hard stop is, we won't have to like stay up waiting until the match ends and then work the next day and get fired because we're too tired. Like that would benefit us all if we all knew that this match was going to end at a certain time. I think it would be very helpful for the viewers. And when I say viewers, I mean not of this channel, I'm saying in general, who watch TV. Love 15. Yeah, they just sleep in the locker room, yeah. I don't know. Again, we're just a brainstorming session, chat. There's no right or wrong ideas. We're just spitting them out. Good shot, Alcaraz, 15-0. Plus, they may be staying somewhere that's 30 minutes away. True. Return goes in it by Opelka, 30-15. $30-15. And the backhand return goes in the net, 40-15. Cam, do you like Alcaraz's haircut? That's fine. I have no problem with it. 40-15. And if you take his haircut personal and decide to go onto the internet and type out, I hate his haircut, why? why wouldn't you just do something else? Anyways, Alcaraz 2-0. Commenting on someone with his haircut is silly. Hey. All right, Opelka needs a break now. Well, he can't yet. The commentators just point out how late it is. They want to wrap this up. You might be onto something. Hey. I think there's more positives for a curfew or for curfew. I mean, curfew is the word. I think there's more positives. Chat, what are the positives for playing until 3 a.m.? We know the negatives, but what are the positives? Like, let's say 2 a.m. 3 a.m. is a little bit too much. That's crazy. 2 a.m. does happen, though. What are the positives from playing 2 a.m. besides finishing the match? Okay, they finished the match and the crowd got their money's worth. Okay, cool. They get the match done. Yeah, that's like the only benefit. The only benefit that I can tell. The tournament stays on schedule. True. So, yeah, they get the match done and it stays on schedule, okay? But, like, what? Having one extra match played the next day or half a match played the next day is not going to ruin the schedule. It's not going to be that big of a deal if they have to play an extra 2 sets or 1 set the next day. It is a bigger deal if they have to play 2 sets at 2 a.m., though. Or 1 a.m. or 3 a.m. or whatever. And it happens with rain delays and stuff anyway. Like, players have to come back and play matches the next day anyway in rain delays and stuff. Not here, but because it's nearly midnight. This match might be over by then, but still, it's Monday night. It's midnight on a Monday. Unless the people have holidays tomorrow, they're gonna go to work. The crowd. I mean, I know the crowd would get robbed if it went to 4 and they didn't play it, but they also would get to go to bed and not be late for work in the morning. So, maybe it's a good thing for them. Opelka serves an ace, 3-2. People paid big bucks for the tickets. They deserve to see the end of the match. Well, give them a chance to come back tomorrow. Or, I mean, look, somebody already said start the night session earlier. That wouldn't be a bad idea. And it's funny because, like, even though I don't agree with the French Open schedule at times, the fact that they only have one night match is actually pretty smart because they never go over midnight. Or at least once every tournament, they might go past midnight, but they rarely hit midnight in France. Unless the whole day's been pushed back, but they only have one night session. And yeah, they only pick the men's matches because of the whatever they said. But it is kind of smart because you won't have at 7 o'clock, you got 5 hours to midnight. If the first match goes 2.5 hours, the men's match, if it's a women's first, men's second, if the men's match goes even straight sets, it's still going to be 2.5, 3 hours. So, yeah. Even though I'm not a fan of the night session, and I mean, the way they handle it is a bit crazy, but having one night match is not, I don't feel like it's the worst idea. They just got to make sure they figure out how to, like, juggle it between the two tours. Sucks for the players. Zverev gets burned a lot. Yeah. Zverev is, by the way, speaking of Zverev, he is playing second tomorrow. That is a great... He's going to get burned tomorrow. Like, Zverev is playing after Coco tomorrow night. And Coco's playing Tomanovic. That might go for a couple hours. So, like, this time tomorrow, Zverev might still be playing, and he might be one set all. Like, you know, so Zverev... Maybe I should have talked about this tomorrow, but we're not watching Zverev, maybe. Oh, we might. Zverev does prefer to play night session, but he also does end up playing, like, the latest matches. He ends matches at, like, the stupidest times. All the time. You know? Every time, like, he goes, I want to play night match. Okay, cool. You're going to start at 10 p.m. Huh? That's not what I said. I want to play the night session, I don't want to play it in the morning. 30 love. And Alcaraz serves a let. Maybe the Wimbledon closure of 10 p.m., 11 p.m. is smart all around for everybody. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've been saying. Maybe push it to 12 for everywhere else. All right, Alcaraz with a smash 40, love. Am I tired? No, I'm definitely not tired. What makes you think that? 40, love. By the way, chat, no tie breaks. A little surprised so far. First serve is a fault, second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Alcaraz, he shanks it long, and it's 40-15. 40-15. Cam, congrats on your first Aussie TV appearance. Thank you. Congratulations to us all. All right, Alcaraz holds 3-0. Chat, I need this match to be over in the next 20 minutes because I can't go outside after 2 o'clock. That's when everybody starts, like, that's when, like, the school hours end and shit. I need to, if I'm going to go outside, I can't be outside at around 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock, it's hectic. I can't be outside then. I can't go outside at 3 o'clock. That's too late. It's too late. The roads are crazy. People are psychotic on the roads. Like, they're driving and crazy. Backhand winner from Opelka. I can't be out there at 3 p.m. That's when that's the mad hour. I hope for that too. Glad we're on the same page. Not to mention everybody in the chat who stayed awake. Like, it's almost midnight on the East Coast. Who knows what time it is in Europe? As Opelka goes to the slice of Alcaraz. Forehand from Opelka. Alcaraz with the pass. Great passing shot from Alcaraz. Just a little push. Little bunt. Cross court. 15-all. Alcaraz needs to be ruthless like Sinner. Well, we'll see what Sinner does tomorrow. We'll see how he looks tomorrow. All right, good drop shot there from Alcaraz, but Opelka gets it back. And then a passing shot. Opelka with a volley. Alcaraz gets it, but Opelka volleys it away. 30-15. 30-15. 30-15. As the return goes in the front of Opelka. Alcaraz down the line. Opelka gets there with the backhand. And it goes out by Alcaraz. 40-15. Nice serving. All right, Opelka holds. 4-3. Federer preferred night matches at the US Open for sure. Okay. It's 6 a.m. in Germany. Well, good morning. How are ya? Almost midnight here. Yeah. I'm just trying to think, where the hell am I going to get pizza from? Where is the pizza? Reilly is really fighting. Good stuff. Yeah. Somebody tells me he's going to win the third set. Despite me. You want pizza? Too bad. You have to wait. You have to drive through traffic to get that pizza. I'm gonna have to go through hell to get this thing. If you're eating pizza right now, delicious. What matches do you think tomorrow will go 4 and 5 sets? No idea. Did Djokovic late night session? No, I don't know. Home cooking is the best cooking. I don't have ingredients. So if I wanted to make a pizza, I'd have to go buy pizza ingredients, and I don't have any of that. So I'll just pay someone else to make it for me. Oh, hello. Do you want a carrot? You want a carrot? No. I'll get you a carrot. Chad, do you want a carrot? Too bad. Them ears. All right, Alcaraz 15 love. You can't order it in. We won't mind if you eat in front of us. Well, I don't want to eat on stream, but also it costs like way more money to get it delivered. Between service fees and delivery fees, it costs so much more. So I'd rather just drive 20 minutes or 15, whatever it is. I don't even know where it is. I'd rather drive to get it. So that way it's $10 cheaper. Yeah, like service fees, delivery costs. It's just not worth. I want to go down and get it for $10 cheaper. $10. I could do a lot with $10. I could buy 10 CDs. Backhand goes down the line from Opelka. Alcaraz forehand on the stretch. Goes long. Also, if I do leave the house, I can also go to the thrift on the way. Just a sneaky thrift trip as well. 30-15. This guy is just chugging. Is that James Blake? Forehand went long from Alcaraz. 30-15. That guy was chugging that beer. Was it a beer or a soda? $10, you can buy 1/10 of the Game Boy. Exactly. Introduce us to your dog. This is my dog. She's eating food. How you doing, Mia? You all right? Good? You good? She's eating. She's hungry. She's eating. She eats on stream. She doesn't care. She will eat on stream. 30-all here. Opelka trying to steal this set. Alcaraz is hitting a lot of errors in this third set. A lot of errors. As he says, a fault. Second serve. As the return goes into the forehand of Alcaraz. Backing out from Opelka. Is long, 40-30. $40-30. $10 is a whole nother pizza. I know, right? $10 can get you Spotify Premium. I know, right? All right. Opelka slice to the forehand of Alcaraz. Opelka back on the stretch. Alcaraz cross-court forehand. Opelka puts it in the net. It's 4-all. 4-all. 4 games all. Yeah, it's $11 extra to get it delivered, which is crazy. $11 extra? It's crazy. $10 is gas for work, money for work. Yeah. Anyways, Alcaraz backhand goes wide. Oh, he missed that one. That was a bad miss for him. He knows it. He's not happy. 15 love. 15 love. As that goes out, the return from Opelka, 30 love. $30 love. All right, 30 love. Backhand to the volley of Opelka. Great volley. Alcaraz gets it back. Oh, was that in? What a shot by Alcaraz. What was how did he get that back? I don't think the crowd knew that was in. The crowd was shocked. How did he get that in? What? Shot of the tournament so far? Crazy. That was so Rafa, but right-handed. That was a right-handed Rafa shot. 30-15. What? It's the haircut, chat. That's what happened. It's the haircut. He has hair. He wouldn't have got to the ball. 30-all. He is him. That is ridiculous. 30-all. Crazy shot. What a crazy shot. 30-all. As Opelka serves a fault. Here we go. Second serve. As the return goes in the back of Opelka. Opelka gets it wide though. All right. So the difference between what could have been 40 love is now a break point 30-40. Alcaraz to get the break serve of the match. $30-40. So in the back of Alcaraz return the nets. Great serve, Opelka. Deuce. Chad, do you think if Ruud and Shelton play, that they'll put Shelton on an afternoon because they know his serve will probably be more effective? Or do they put it a blockbuster night session because it's epic? But it could mean that Ruud has a better chance. Like, as in, like, a better chance to return serve. What do you think they'll do? I feel like they'll do it. It'll probably be on a Sunday anyway. So maybe a Sunday afternoon. Maybe. Wait, when's the fourth round? When's the fourth round? So it'll either be Sunday or Monday. It'll be Sunday or Monday. So if it's on Sunday, they might. No, it'll be on Sunday because Ruud they play on Sunday. No. Saturday. No, Monday. They play on Monday. Wait. No, Sunday. Anyways, advantage Opelka. He hits it out, back to deuce. They play on Sunday. And Monday's Labor Day, right? Is that right? they'll put it on night session. I mean, they should because that match is epic. But I don't know. I reckon Shelton might request the day. Shelton might say, "Hey, I want to play during the day because I can use my serve more effectively in the daytime." Back to Deuce. Monday is Labor Day. Okay. I'm so excited. I hope we get that match. I really want to see that match. Serving the front of Alcaraz. Return goes in the front of Opelka. Opelka in the net. Advantage Alcaraz to take the break. Advantage Alcaraz. To break and serve the match. There's a foot fault. Oh, there's another one. Haven't had one of them in a while. Ever since I made the counter. All right. Second serve. Double fault. Ugh. All right. Opelka double faults. And there is the break. By the way, only 3 breaks a serve. 1 break in each set. Did I not say that this might be the score? Close enough. I said 4 sets Alcaraz, but Opelka getting broken once in each set has been enough. Alcaraz, by the way, 0 breaks against his serve. His serve has been phenomenal. And it had to be. It had to be. If we get Shelton versus Ruud, will you cover it? Hell yes. Yes. Maybe. Hang on. Wait. Let me just... Hang on. Maybe. Maybe we will. We'll definitely... Okay, so we got Alcaraz. We'll have Shelton and Ruud. Fritz Menchik or Fritz Fonseca or Mahatch. Djokovic, Runa. Oh, jeez. That is a good lineup. And then also on the women's side, it'll be Sabalenka, possibly. Raducanu, maybe. Raducanu. Andreeva. Ooh, that's going to be a busy day. Sunday is going to be busy. Sunday is going to be busy. So yeah, we will watch it, but we'll have a lot of other things to cover as well. All right. All right. Here we go. Let's see what if Alcaraz can finish the job. First serve is a fault, second serve. Serve to the back of Opelka. 4 now from Alcaraz. The back of Opelka is Alcaraz 4 into the front of Opelka. Again, the back of Alcaraz. Opelka slice in the net. 15 love. 15 love. Ryan.
Here's $10 for your pizza. We can't have you starve on us, Joy.
Thank you, Ryan, for the $10. Appreciate that. Thank you for the donation. That will go towards the pizza. As the return goes in the net from Opelka. 30 love. 30 love. As it goes out, the return from Opelka. 40 love. Well, chat. It's 2 o'clock. All right, 40 love. $40 love. As Opelka returns to the front of Alcaraz, and Alcaraz puts it away. That's just too good. A tricky match but he served amazing, and Alcaraz does not let it slip. No siesta. Opelka gets it done. By the way, Opelka probably talking about his hair, being like, bro, I'll give you some of my hair. I've got beard. I got a... All right, Alcaraz wins. He served amazing, Alcaraz. He only had 3 break points against his serve as he does a golf celebration. And Carlos wins. Now the draw looks pretty good for Alcaraz. Because we spoke about this on the day one. We talked about how like his draw was tough, but if he beat Opelka, it looked a lot better. And now with Medvedev gone, Didiri, Spizzirri, that can't be right. That can't be real. Bellucci, what are these names? Bonzi, Fokina, Rinderknecht, and Giron. I don't think any of those players on paper beat Alcaraz. And then Shelton, Ruud, winner play, or Lehechka, winner plays Alcaraz in the quarters. So for the next 3 rounds, Alcaraz should be okay. And then when we get to the quarterfinals, that's when things are supposed to be hard. So yeah. So now the draw opens up a lot for Alcaraz. And especially with Medvedev gone, that's a big problem out of the way. One less really tough player to play. So, a really awkward opponent to play who's beaten him here before. So yeah, so his draw's pretty good now until the quarterfinals, and that only that's only if the guys I mentioned actually make it, right? Ruud, Shelton, Lehechka, they could all lose. You know, if they all lose, then Alcaraz would have to play maybe like a Echeverry, and that's way better. And then the semifinals, Djokovic, Rune, Fritz, Menchik, you know, a lot of those, Tiafoe, right? Big names. So yeah, but for the next few rounds, Alcaraz should be okay. Especially this was definitely could have been a bit of a tough one, but he passed with flying colours. Served amazing, broke once in every set. That's all he needed. It was a there was a little siesta, but not really in the second. But yeah, it was very good. Very clean match by Alcaraz. In Cincy, looked he was wearing prison shirt. Now he shaved his head. Yep. Opelka's unseated? Yes. Andreeva just dropped 1 game. Yeah, no one's talking about her. I put her in the semi-finals, but that might be the smartest thing I've done all year. Jay.
LFG Carlos. Glad the dude got this done in straights. Seems a lot more positive this year compared to last. The buzz cut is actually growing on me. Really liking it.
Yeah, it doesn't look bad. Thank you for the $3. Cool. Chat. That's it. That's over. We're done. Day 2 complete. Day 3 tomorrow. So tomorrow we have the Cincinnati champion playing first in Swiatek. Then we got Sinner. So we got Wimbledon champions first, and then the night session, a couple of matches too. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to watch in between. If we have to watch anything, I mean, Swiatek and Sinner could finish in 2 hours, 3 hours combined, and then we have nothing to do. So we'll see what we do. There are other players playing tomorrow, believe it or not, but there's not too many good matchups in my. Muller Tsitsipas is a 5-setter though, right? That's 5 sets though, right? But yeah, we'll see what we do. Tomorrow we'll watch the two Wimbledon champions, but then we'll kind of wing it. The night session is where it's at. You got Gauff, you got Osaka, you've got Zverev, you've got Anisimovan's playing during the day. Okay. Yeah, we'll kind of just see what happens. We'll see what happens. But Tsitsipas is going to lose love, and love. That would be crazy. But I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sticking around. It was a good day. It was very nice. We streamed for like 9 hours today. 4 hours and then 5 hours. So that's a solid day. It's going to get crazier. Like I said, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday are probably all going to be like 8, 9, 10-hour days. So make sure you lock in for those ones. But Alcaraz wins 6-4, 7-5, 6-4. He served amazing. No breaks to serve against his serve. Barely lost a point on serve in the first couple of sets. And he now will take on Bellucci, who I think is he the young guy with the long hair? The Italian guy that we watched at the start of the year. And was he playing? He played in Netherlands, right? Rotterdam? Is that him? Bellucci? He beat Tsitsipas? Is that who he is? That guy? He has like the long hair and the bandana? And the ponytail? Was that guy? Maybe? He beat Tsitsipas. Or he played Tsitsipas. He made the semis, right? Yeah, okay. He was fun to watch. He's got good energy. So yeah, we'll watch them. That'll be fun. I don't know if he beats Alcaraz. I doubt it, but yeah, he looks like a 90s rock guy. Yeah, he's got the long hair and the ponytail and looks like has a pirate bandana. Yeah. Okay. I know who we're talking about, yes. He's like 18, right? He's a young guy too. Anyways, we'll watch him play Alcaraz. Be really fun to watch that one in a couple of days. But I'll see you tomorrow. Day 3. Day 2 done. Over.